Welcome back to Bros in a Landfill.
Some comfy, cozy monkey times.
Yeah, this level is comfy and cozy. That's the vibe I'm getting.
These are some monkey ooks and eeks to sleep to.
Whee! Can I just skip to this part?
This is how I like to relax. Oh, damn.
But you just don't have the control.
So, oh, sorry, you go.
So I was just gonna say, like, I'm just glad to be here, cozy, monkey balling with you guys.
I'm happy you're here too, buddy.
And if you're also happy, like and subscribe!
Holy shit, YouTube!
YouTube! Leave a comment! Give us analytics!
I'm kind of excited. On the day of recording, there's supposed to be a new hack that releases.
Oh shit, dude. We're like falling behind all the high-profile hacks.
Lunch is just being passive-aggressive and petty about the fact that we haven't done Sonic Murder Mystery yet.
I'm not being passive-aggressive. I'm being excited about all the future content we get to experience on Bros in a Landfill.
Our group DMs would like to differ.
I said, are we still going to play it? I didn't say I'm gonna kill all your families if we don't play Sonic.
Well, okay, but that's aggressive, not passive aggressive.
This episode went from 0 to 100 real quick.
I was genuinely asking. I was unsure.
Yeah, sure.
Because we were talking about the next hack.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I did want to outline my plans going forward.
Okay.
I've received several. I've seen several comments saying, hey, you should do Invasion. And I do want to do Invasion at some point. But I also don't want to do just all new stuff, because like I said, I also really want to do Stardust. I want to throw in some of the old stuff as well.
Yeah, you
basically
gotta
so
mix
that the
it
new
up.
stuff shines all the brighter.
We know it takes us about a year to get through a Monkey Ball hack, so...
That is true.
On a good year.
Well, I mean, every time we play a Monkey Ball hack, Lunchbillion moves. That's known.
That's true.
Oh, shit.
I was joking. I don't know if that's actually true, and if it is true, it's very scary.
It's true enough. It's true enough.
That's approaching true. Oh. So last time we recorded, I brought up how I watched a drag show, and then this morning Trybien, I got a text from your wife saying, "Please don't become a drag queen." It's funny because it's not like we talk particularly often. It's just like I need to stop this. You know. I never said I was gonna be a drag queen.
No, but it was still a funny interaction, and then she's talking to me, and she's like, Lunch prefers Dragon Balls, not balls and drag.
Exactly, I love Dragon Balls.
That's a godlike pun, by the way.
It's pretty solid.
All right, let's try slowing it down. I'm not gonna have enough speed to handle this, am I? Goodbye.
Here's the thing about me not being able to be a drag queen. I think I'm not tall enough.
I didn't even get to talk about my actual plans for what hacks I was gonna play.
Oh, I'm sorry. I completely
I
completely derailed this.
I'll finish my train of thought and we can go to that. The real reason why you can't be a drag queen is because you'd have to shave off your hair so you could actually wear a wig.
Oh, that's fucked up. Yeah, no way. No way. All right, go on, Tar. We can talk about me in heels later.
So like I said, want to do Stardust, want to do Invasion, but I also, I think after Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, that is the next game we are playing after launch. I think after that, I probably want to do DSR and its sequel, Universe, and then we'll probably do Invasion. And then probably... I know I need to do Supernova before I do Stardust. Those two hacks were made by the same person. Supernova is going to be a one-shot, I know. like 1, maybe 2 episodes of that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we should also probably do another community hack. So probably Workshop 2020.
Okay.
This is like when Marvel is like, here's our next slate for like Phase 8 of the BIALCU.
I mean, it takes about the same amount of
not
time.
enough speed to read.
Yeah, it's true.
Got it.
Man, I just can't wait for us Tar to hit that one stage in like this patch or the next where it's like, oh well, we're spending 2 years of Tar trying to beat the stage.
No, we're going pretty well. We're at a good pace.
We're done with the Kaizo arc at least.
That's true. Very true.
So everything should be relatively smooth sailing.
This stage is crazy.
It is. I have no clue what the heck I'm doing. It's probably obvious.
Oh man.
It's just hard. It's so hard to tell where that platform's gonna be when I actually get there.
Yeah.
Because this first part here has all these little islands are moving up and down.
Well, and the stage has a lot of lighting issues.
That is true. It's
yeah,
very
it
difficult
doesn't
to see this
contrast
stage.
very well, does it?
No.
Hold on,
like
got some speed here.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah, how the fuck do you know what's
Overcorrected.
going on? It's crazy.
You just have to know.
It's like, is it the background or the foreground that's blue? Yes.
Oh dear.
I don't know. I think maybe it'll be okay. No.
When I get those massive scoops, it just kills all my speed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
okay,
sword
looking good.
No, that's
looking
good, that's
so
good.
far. New content.
Ah, shit.
These are stationary. I'm soft locked. Goodbye,
Life is
cruel
over.
world.
No.
when the monkey just doesn't live.
Add my hopes up.
I was hoping that those ones would move up and down, like these guys at the beginning.
Have you ever thought about how fucked up it is that you can't pick Diddy Kong in this game?
Yes.
No?
Now
Like-
that you mention it.
Isn't that like so fucked up?
Not
Dude,
really.
it's like we can play as Cosmic Kiryu in like the new games, but we can't play as Diddy Kong.
Diddy Kong was like born to be
Diddy
in
Kong
one of
is
these
Nintendo
balls.
property.
Yeah, I
it's
know,
not
but
Nintendo's-
like he belongs in a ball though.
Dude, you play
Like
as
objectively.
Like there were Nintendo
Oh
versions
dear!
of these
Oh,
games.
that was
like,
too much speed. Never mind. We're making it through.
You
Yeah.
tell me that they.
All
you tell me
right,
they
new
couldn't make a
content.
deal-
Never mind.
Goodness.
Damn.
You tell me that Nintendo couldn't have made a deal with Sega to put Diddy Kong in the Nintendo versions of these games?
Would they?
They could.
I
They
mean,
could,
that would
but
be
would
Nintendo doing Sega a favor, not the other way around.
I don't know. Monkey Ball was just like peak gaming.
Oh yeah, I mean, like in terms of like the Hall of Fame greatest games
Oh,
of
I
all
was-
time, you know, there's a lot of like gravitas to that. But to the common idiot public, they'd be like, "What? What the hell is this?"
It's Monkey Ball.
That's true. It doesn't really need that much explanation.
Is that enough speed? I hope so.
And like, where the fuck is the Cocoa Pops monkey? Like, he should be in here too.
All right, that's a good amount of speed. Never mind.
Oh damn. Curious George?
All right, we're getting it. We're getting it. Progress is being made, slowly but surely. I'm not gonna make that though.
Chimchar though? He should go in the ball. I mean, he already lives in a ball.
That's actually true.
You know, Banana Mania actually has character modding in it.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh.
Not the base
who's in
vanilla
there?
game yet, though. But so Deadline. That's the same guy who did the title art for Launch.
Yeah.
Recently finished modding in one of the Banana Blitz bosses to be a playable character.
Oh, that's neat. So he's not just
okay.
chucking in like Shrek or whatever. He's like, I'm respecting the Monkey Ball like universe, and like getting all your favorite monkey scrimblos in there. Oh, the speed.
I mean, Yoko deserves it.
Yes. 100%.
She has a top hat.
That's pretty good.
That's actually insane.
Any monkey, that's actually insane.
Oh shit! All right,
Oh,
we're
that's
going.
like too much speed.
How does she keep the top hat on while she's spinning?
The hat
All
just
right,
like flies
we're in.
around like physics-wise. Oh yeah!
Oh,
he
yeah,
made it!
so,
Oh,
Did not make it!
Oh.
distance PB though.
Yeah, nice.
That's what we like to see.
That was solid. Distance peanut butter.
Mmm.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh no.
Peanut butter and Jace.
What?
I don't get that one either.
I don't know. I was just trying to make a Dragon Ball reference, and I thought you'd.
Oh,
Okay,
I
it was
did.
the Dragon Ball
I did think
character.
of him.
Oh, we're doing it again. We're zooming.
Zoom.
Never
zoom,
mind.
baby.
I hit the bevel. Like a fucking idiot.
Damn it.
But you're our fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's right. And don't you ever forget it.
Oh, I just hit that
Oh.
wrong angle. Completely wrong once again. Can I build up? Can I? Okay. Didn't. I don't know how to play the game. I'm a stupid face.
All right, look.
I don't
Hang
know how
on.
I got
Our
this
stupid
far.
face.
You may be our fucking idiot, but you're not a fucking idiot.
Thanks. That's the affirmation I need in my life. That is not nearly enough height.
All right, try again.
Nope.
Nope. This does seem like a just start over again kind of one. Like, the momentum's so important.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's sad, really. You can't properly save state this.
I mean, I probably could.
You probably could, but would you?
Not on camera.
Only when nobody's
Smart.
looking.
Only when nobody's looking. I mean,
That's
how
okay.
do you think I grind up here every single time?
They got me there.
All right, got a little bit of speed going here.
Yeah, okay.
Nope,
No.
not enough height.
Harsh.
And that started raising. This is a little tricky. I mean, it's master mode. I would expect it to be, but kind of getting my ass kicked as per usual.
Getting your ass kicked is like part of the journey to becoming a master, and being a master is knowing that sometimes you're still gonna get your ass kicked. But
That
like,
is true.
you know,
I thought you were about to say getting your ass kicked is part of being a monkey.
that too probably.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
So does this mean
Especially
Tara's
if
a
you're one of
monkey
those
master?
baboons.
Oh gosh,
'Cause
don't
then
get me
you-
started on the baboons.
Am I gonna be able to make that? Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that though.
Aw. I like the promise that Trybien has like a bunch of like burning baboon hot takes that he's just barely managing to hold himself back from launching into. I hope that's true.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's some speed. Never
that's
mind.
100% the case.
The second this episode
This is
over,
actually
you're
a
gonna go on
good
your baboon
preview for
run.
Stardust. Stardust actually has a lot of levels that are a little bit like this.
Poor
Not
contrast?
exactly this crazy, but the theme of go very fast through the air is very prevalent in that hack. But again, we won't be going to that one for a while. Which makes me so upset, but
You know, they just need to stop making so many monkey mods.
yeah, this Monkey Ball hacking community needs to stop being so fucking goated.
Yeah, it's actually very impressive, like how
Yeah.
alive the scene is and continues to be.
Honestly,
This
they
is
just
not
need
going to work, is it?
Yeah.
Nope, not
Honestly-
nearly.
Honestly, they just need to humble themselves and know their place.
Well, what?
No, their place is in the fucking Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they need to go to the Hall of Fame and just like stay there. There is such thing as too much of a good thing.
It's cool because like Monkey Ball is like already like quite a niche. Like I can understand that like Sonic has a really big like fan game community because like Sonic is like hugely successful. in a relative sense at least. Monkey Ball is really like for the size of it, as an amazingly talented and skilled and dedicated fan base. There's a lot of shit that I really like that does not have like a new full ROM hack coming out like every fucking couple of months.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in the Ace Attorney community, and like you see the frequency of those fan cases.
I think Ace Attorney is fairly solid in terms of its like fan output as well. Like
I know I'm just being an ass because like I'm part of the community that we put out too much stuff.
Yeah,
I can't keep up with it.
Oh, I didn't think I was gonna make that. All right, we're going.
But like the joke is that like everybody's got like a fan project they're working on that's never gonna finish.
I mean,
that is true.
It's an Ace Attorney, a singular Ace Attorney trial is a lot going on.
Yeah.
It's difficult to write that kind of mystery too.
Yeah, that's why you just don't write a mystery.
You just write characters.
You just don't write a mystery. You just write characters vibing.
That's the way.
You know the vast majority.
Am I dead? I'm dead.
Like the vast majority of Ace Attorney fans don't care about the mystery. They just want to see their characters like being silly.
Isn't there an entire copy pasta about how everybody thinks the mysteries suck?
I mean, because like actual like quote unquote mystery fans say that Ace Attorney mysteries suck, but like I contend that the appeal of Ace Attorney was never really the mysteries. It was like always the storytelling, characters, and
all right,
vibes.
We're back. We're back in the tubes.
I loved pretty much all the mysteries,
right,
except oh no, too slow. Yeah. Except for versus Professor Layton, I think I liked all the mysteries.
It's funny because like Professor Layton Case 2 is like one of the like ones that people go to as like one of the actual like really good mysteries in the series.
Yeah, I mean more like the full game scale mystery. Like the whole ending, I was like, "What the fuck?"
But that's
Shut up.
Okay, here's the thing: if you go into it as a Professor Layton game, it's a very solid Professor Layton game.
I'm sure. I mean, I've never played a Layton game. I've only played that.
So like it's basically a Layton game, but with Takumi characters writing.
Right.
Which is actually like really amazing. Like, don't get me wrong. It's like I actually really love the character arcs, but if you're going into it expecting an Ace Attorney game when it's a Professor
Layton
Layton
that's right. That
story,
one was Takumi, not Yamazaki.
Yeah, well, it's because Takumi was working on that, is why Yamazaki took over for 5 and, like, 6. Well, 5, I guess. It's like...
Oh, am I dead? I'm dead.
Because, like, Versus and 5 were in development at the same time.
And then 6 probably started development right at the tail end of Versus' production cycle, I would assume.
Something like that. I don't know much about 6. They're just... I remember there was like I've just seen enough of like the director commentary talks about like how like Takumi was like not available to work on 5, so like the team was just kind of like doing their own thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. It does feel a bit like 5 was by someone else, in my humble opinion.
Oh, I mean, no. So Yamazaki was the director of the Ace Attorney Investigations games. And, like, thematically and writing-wise, it matches a lot more.
Yeah, that checks out to me.
Which also, I mean, the investigation games are also, like, some of the most polarizing games in the series as well, just as 5 and 6. Where, like, 1 through 3 tend to be... Like, I say 1 through 4 tend to be a bit more... The community's a bit more in line with.
Well, I remember people being pretty, like, mixed about 4. But maybe like through like retroactively, it's like seen as like less controversial. I'm not sure.
Well, I think 5 made people realize that 4 wasn't as controversial. 4 was just kind of controversial because of new protagonist syndrome and Phoenix's place in the story.
Yeah.
But like, part of the difference with 5 as well is that 5 being in a new engine, coming out so much later, kind of was an entry point for a lot of new fans. Like, and it was kind of like an entry point for a lot of like a different generation.
It's a bit soft rebooty.
Yeah, so like you can kind of you can kind of tell like the difference between people who joined Ace Attorney when 5 came out versus people who've been playing since the trilogy.
Yeah, maybe that's like a big part of the divide. Would make sense.
Shit.
Of course, Ace Attorney 5 is a completely different game because, in Ace Attorney 5, they changed everything because Phoenix Wright has a tiny little, cute little bang.
Yep, that's true.
Which
and that's
irreversibly changed the DNA of the franchise forever.
Which, for the better, mind you.
You're a fan of the bang.
Yeah, who wouldn't be? No,
I mean, he has to have the little bang so that the new prosecutor can chop it off with a fucking sword.
Exactly. See, targets it.
Am I dead?
No. Yeah.
Yes, but not the way I thought I was going to be.
No, I could go like on like a full like media analysis tirade about like Takumi and Yamazaki's like different like approaches to writing and why I prefer Takumi over Yamazaki, but I respect what Yamazaki goes for. That was a mouthful.
It's cool.
Help me.
Oh man.
Goodbye.
Damn. The one thing I will say is that like the two controversial opinions I have is like the two games that like people hold up as the best ones is Attorney 3 and Investigations 2 are the ones I like the least. So we can just like, and I think the funny thing is that they were both composed by Iwadare. So I don't like, so like part of me gets a bit mindfucked. It's like, do I actually hate these games or I just don't like Iwadare's soundtracks and it takes me out of it?
I mean, maybe.
I mean, I've got a lot of problems with the way that Trials and Tribulation story is told, especially where it fits in the trilogy. I'm not a fan of the pacing and direction of Investigations 2. Also, I hate logic chess, so like that takes me out.
Oh, am I dead? I'm dead.
But it's one of those things where it's like I don't know if I actually dislike the games more because of the actual story, or if it's like there's just like aesthetic or certain like choices within it that takes me out of it that makes me less forgiving. Because I can say like every game in the series like has its issues. I know I'm a lot more forgiving for like Ace Attorney 1 because like I really dig the character story with Edgeworth. I love the aesthetics. I can really appreciate it being like a first game in the series.
Well, Ace Attorney 1's music also probably goes the hardest, in my opinion.
It goes hardest. Justice for All soundtrack like is like so different compared to everything else. Like it really goes for like more of like an aesthetic vibe, and there's nothing else in the series that's like it. Like Justice for All might like I think despite like being like usually considered like the worst of the trilogy, I think for a lot of people.
I think it's underrated for sure.
Yeah,
I really like Justice for All.
It's like thematically, Justice for All like is just.
Well, Justice for All is probably the dark horse of the series because it's because of how different it is mechanically. Like they were trying to introduce the Cyclops, but they hadn't really ironed out all the kinks yet of how it should work. No. I'm gonna object there. It doesn't heal you afterwards.
Objection!
Big gripe I've heard.
No. Cyclops only work in Justice for All. They are terrible in Trials and Tribulations, and they are just like, and then like in the later games, they're just whatever. Like Trials and Tribulations, they, for whatever goddamn reason, decided everybody needed Cyclops, and then just to throw them in places that make zero sense, to just the arbitrary roadblock you.
But it means you get to push buttons.
It does mean you get to push
and
buttons.
You get to see the background goes black, and it's like, ooh.
It's like
I'm playing a game.
It's like the Cyclops in Justice for All, like thematically end up making sense. Like at the very end, like narratively, they work at the end with how they're introduced, like in isolation. In Justice for All, there is very little of any reason for like 90% of the Cyclops to even exist. Like,
did you have those mixed up?
No, Trials and Tribulations, there's like 9%, like most of the Cyclops.
Yeah, you said Justice for All was where 90% of them were wasted.
And like if we're talking mechanically speaking, the only reason why they exist is so they could cut it down to 2-day trials, so they could have like puzzle solving in the middle of the investigations, which break up the pace in general. I'm not a fan of the mechanic whatsoever, but I can appreciate what they were going for in Justice for All, and typically in Justice for All, like they are narratively woven in a lot better to the story. and have a better payoff at the end.
I kind of like it. Isn't it kind of funny though if they just show up all over the place and it's like, it's like, how do you like your burger? It's like, it was alright. You know, like, he's just being polite. I need to prove that he's a fucking liar.
But like, there's absolutely
Don't try that when I've got my fucking Magatama.
But because there's no signposting of what you need going into them, like it's like you open up a psych lock and you're basically like, okay, do I just sit here and try everything I have if you don't think you got the answer, or do I go around and I investigate until I think I have what I have? And then like because of the way the multiple questions work, you go through, it's like, okay, I answer one thing and you get to the next one. So it goes into this weird thing where it's like in 5 and 6 the psych locks are all completely
It's a cutscene.
It's a cutscene. It's completely railroaded. Which, I mean...
You always have exactly what you need when you enter a psych lock section in 5 and 6.
Which is just a better player experience overall, just given by the nature of the mechanic.
Doesn't that kind of ruin the point of them, though?
Yeah, I thought that, like... Granted, it's been a long while, but I felt like the investigations in general in 5 were, like, a bit over-streamlined. Like,
I mean, yeah, so that's a separate problem. Like,
it's like they were like embarrassed that like some players found it too like tedious to like trudge around the investigations, so they just made it a cutscene.
So here's what I would say is like Psychlocks is a bad
new distance
mechanic.
PB by the way.
Like overall,
yeah,
Psychlocks is a bad mechanic. But
no,
it's
but it's
like
cool though because it goes and like you get to see a cool animation and you get to push a button.
So can you let me finish?
Sorry.
Like mechanically, game experience wise, it's a bad mechanic. But it's iconic and it's a really good aesthetic. It's woven into Phoenix's character and his progression. And you can't remove Cyclops, but like it's also such a bad mechanic you kind of just have to make it a cutscene.
No, but it's cool because you get to have a cool little thing. You get to hold a cool little green thing and be like, whoa, I can see your mind.
No, but my point is it's cool. But for it to
I don't know
exist,
how ironic Lunch is being.
I don't know me either. I mean, like, he's right. It is very cool. Like, it is very hyped when you actually do the Cyclops. But that's also why, like, it has to be at a moment when you have everything you need in the game, and you can trust that you have everything you need.
Right.
Not where it's like this
time to bash my head against the wall. Yeah.
Because let's be completely real. In Justice for All and Trials and Tribulations, especially Trials and Tribulations, it's just a glorified checklist roadmap. It's like, do you have all the evidence you need to continue on going forward?
I'm being a little bit ironic just because I haven't played this game since I was a teenager, so like I'm not in a place to be like, to like criticize the mechanics on a deep level. When I think of like Cyclops, I think of like, I remember back then. That was nice.
Yeah, gosh, no, like I think so. Like, my replay of Trials and Tribulations within the series I've replayed, I think.
Oh, help me!
I think it was either 2000. It was either 2020 or 2021. I forget. Whenever we put up the podcast episode for that was not long after I did my replay.
Yeah.
I think.
And you're a bit more critical on the replay.
Yeah, I mean, but that was like my 5th replay.
Right.
But here's also what I'll say. It's like Ace Attorney 1, Trials and Tribulations, Ace Attorney 4, all got better with every replay I did. Trials and Tribulations got worse with every replay I did. Like every time I was playing Justice for All and Ace Attorney 1 and 4, it's like I found new things to appreciate. Saw like how like the themes and the characters were like interacting and how the game progressed. Like Trials and Tribulations, you really get the feeling that like Takumi just kind of like drunkenly like half-assed put this thing together because Capcom told him to. Like it's like, and don't get me wrong, it has some like very hype moments. It's got like, there's a reason why like it's people's favorites. Like I think it's a very good first time play.
Oh yeah, like it's hype as fuck. And like there's this guy who has like a fucking like machine on his head.
Yeah.
And it's like,
but like
I don't know, probably beeps. And he drinks his coffee and shit. He throws coffee at you and you're like, wow.
But it is not a well put together story. Or
okay, I'll make this work.
Or mechanically like put together like with the investigations.
I remember not liking Trial 3 very much with like the chefs or whatever.
I mean like other than some like cringe parts of Case 3, Case 3 is actually like probably one of the better cases.
Yeah, okay. Case 3 gets a lot of undeserved hate, I think.
I'll have to give it another
but-
go one of these days.
But like case
hey!
Case 3 was also originally supposed to be Injustice for All, and if you approach it as a Justice for All case, it plays a lot better.
Well, I like
All right.
I always liked
Strife
Turnabout
is
Big
next.
Top, so I might
Oh,
just.
Turnabout Big Top is
Turnabout
great.
Big Top also underrated.
Yeah, I think people. I thought that was one people unfairly hated.
Yeah, no, I'm
Mo
I'm
the
glad
Clown,
all-
best character in the entire series,
Dude,
and I
Mo
will
the-
not be fought on this.
Mo the
I like
Clown
him.
has some of the best. Mo the Clown has some of the best character development of any character in Ace Attorney.
Yo.
Like low key, like going like. And part of the problem with I think some of like people's first impressions of Ace Attorney cases when they play them is they're approaching it as a mystery. Like they're like they're like invested in trying to figure out what's happening, but you're not really taking the moment of following the character arcs or stories and whatnot. You're just kind of like seeing these characters as impediments of solving the mystery.
I've always
feel
felt
like-
like it's a pretty decent like.
Okay, I see what's going on there.
I feel like I
Alrighty.
always liked all of it. Like, I like the mystery and the characters
Yeah.
together.
What? Yeah, I think it's like, but like
I think if you're
it's like-
uninterested
it's-
in the characters in Ace Attorney, like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Well, I think the point more so is like when you're able to actually like appreciate what's going on without trying to put things together or think of like what do I need to do next.
Yeah, well, it's a
Like,
story,
very-
right? Like,
Yeah, there's a lot of subtlety that like you can miss on a first playthrough. That's more what I was.
that's fair.
Like, and that's just kind of like the writer that Takumi is. Like, I would not say the same. Like, I would not say the same thing about Yamazaki's works. There's absolutely no subtlety in Yamazaki's works. He's much more interested in like in politics, world building, and themes. Like when you're
and
when you-
the spectacle.
yeah. So when you replay Yamazaki works, you're not gonna like find any like subtle details like you necessarily missed.
Well,
least with the characters or the storytelling,
there's a
but-
cool character detail you might not have seen the first time, is that Phoenix actually has like a cute little bang in Ace Attorney
Yeah.
5 onwards.
No, but like
Sorry,
what you-
I'm just being a jackass.
But because like but like part of that's because Takumi writes character-driven stories.
Yes.
So like the story serves the characters in Yamazaki. Well, in Takumi's games. In Yamazaki's games, the characters serve the story. Like characters can easily fall in and out of character. They just serve whatever purpose they need at any given time.
Right.
So when you're replaying a Yamazaki game, the things you're going to be noticing or looking out for are like some of like the more thematic ideas of like the puzzle pieces or that he's laid about that you may have missed towards like the grand reveal in the finale or I don't know. It's like with I guess for example like one of the like interesting things about 5 is like a lot of the conversation in 5 like this whole like dark age of the law. Now granted it's not communicated very well, but like a lot of the idea around that is like kind of like is like these themes of like what the public's perception of the law is like versus like what like actual reality.
Right.
And if you look at like if you're looking at like the subtle themes throughout the game, it's like there's a lot of like characters like kind of like either in costume or who aren't portraying their true selves. Like they're
Yeah.
there's a lot of like the truth is what people see. And that's very much what the Dark Age of the Law is like the people see this Dark Age of the Law, despite it always kind of just being the same, like all just kind of like being shitty, dark, like bad prosecutors, bad defense attorneys, like corruption, like despite that always being there, like these like few cases of like Phoenix losing his badge and this prosecutor being accused, like it was like that was kind of like a straw that tipped the back of whatever.
Yeah.
The camel's back. And it's like, okay, now it's like the club was like, oh yeah, there's something wrong. Like, and then like the media and it's everything's like, oh yeah, it's the Dark Age of the Law. And then that's why like the end of 5, not going into spoilers, kind of seems cheap, but like narratively, yes, it is very cheap because we've seen everything going into it. But like from a pseudo narrative and from like a thematic standpoint, like it's kind of just like it kind of that's kind of the point. It's like, oh, they say it's finished. Like there's like this big spectacle of solving the problem so that like everybody thinks it's finished, despite like the problem kind of like, you know what? You get what I'm trying to say?
I think so. Well, it's like what the.
Oh, there we go. There's
nice.
that obstacle.
Oh shit. That looks scary.
That was scary. This is some strife.
I think I get what you're saying about like the themes of like.
Hey, we finally name dropped the stage. I made it.
Oh,
Oh,
bye.
I thought that was gonna flip.
Oh, bummer. like the public perception, like being sometimes unrelated to how things actually are in the trenches.
Yeah.
And like the idea of making the story like seem a bit unsatisfying to make a point is like a very kind of meta idea, which I think is interesting.
Well, I think it's unsatisfying. I think it's unsatisfying because it's a messy story. I think it would have been better if like they actually like if you. I don't want to say like because like it's weird because Yamazaki's like very like he focuses so much like on like the spectacle, where he's not a very nuanced writer. Like he has like these ideas and he has these themes, but like he's not a very good character. Like, he can have his moments. Like there's like points in like History 1 and 2, Investigations 1 and 2 with good character moments. There's points in 5 and 6 with good character moments, but like he's not a very nuanced writer. So like he's not going to necessarily write the nuance around these, which kind of gets them lost in translation.
Oh no.
But like if you like look at like everything the game's saying thematically going throughout, it's very clearly just a story about public perception.
Okay.
Versus reality.
I hope that's your final thought because I was hoping to cut the episode after this.
Yeah, but we're gonna go there.
Great. Time to drag out this attempt. Oh, this. Yeah, that link there you need speed for. Anyways, this has been Bros in the Landfill signing off.
Thanks for watching.
Super Monkey Ball launch.